Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we will be solving problem on DP, and this problem is on MCM type problem. In this problem, the have to it is MCM time, obviously partitioning the what do you call partition pattern problem. So let's first read the problem. What does this problem says? Minimum cost to cut the stick. Okay, given a wooden stick length n 0 to n. Okay, given integer array cuts and cuts of I denotes positions you should cut perform a cut at. Okay, so we have cuts where there is some positions where we have to cut the stick like this. You should perform the cuts in order. You can change the order of the cuts as you wish. Okay, the positions is given and you have to cut at that position, but you can change the order of cutting. Cost of one cut is the length of the stick to be cut. Okay, the total cost is the sum of the cost of all cuts. Okay, when you cut the stick, it will be split into two smaller sticks, that is the sum of their lengths. That is the sum of their lengths of the stick before the cut. Please refer to the first example for the better explanation. Got it. Okay, minimum total cost of the cuts we have to return. So the problem says is that we have n, which is 7, and we have to cut. There is some positions given, which is 1, 3, 5, 4, and 5, and you have to cut it in that positions to get the minimum cost, and the cost is like the length of the stick. So that is the stuff. Okay, I'm getting the point. So the cost is the length of the, and you have to cut at different points. It is the MCM because you have to cut somewhere and all this, and the cost will be obviously we have to get all the possible options to cut and get the minimum cost. See, if you cut at like 1, then it will be 7, then again you cut 3, then it will be like 6, and so on. But and it will give us, I think, 20 there is written. But if you cut at 3, yeah, and then cut at 4, 3 become independent ones. Okay, and then cut at 1, let's say, so it will be 3. Let's say you cut at 4 and cut at 5, then it will be 3. Okay, first 7, then 3. So independent one will help us. Independent cuts, like if you cut at 4, then it should be obviously sorted. The cuts array should be sorted, then only we if we cut at some point, then it would not depend on the other points, will not depend on the previous uh, positions. So first of all we need to sort it also, this stuff you are. Then there is obviously cost is required. Without cost you can't get the. So we know in recursion lots of stuffs is there, but basic thing, write the base case, write the choice diagram or something called IPH, induction hypothesis. It means it will do. Hypothesis means it will do by it itself. And you can solve one problem, other problems will be solved by itself. You can solve the one problem, smaller problems, like it is a top down approach. So from top just one problem solve and write the best case, everything will be solved. Obviously, recursion does the first of all left part done, then it will do the right part. That is the what do you call the working of a recursion. That is the stuff. Okay, and if you see, I have to cut it and get the length. Okay, let's say I'm cutting at, let's say, first of all write something. In recursion, you have to do something and get the result. So okay, yeah, I got it though. Problem is got. So we have n, we have cuts. Okay, okay, okay. So now we'll make a function solve, and it will give us the solution. Obviously, either if we have cuts only, don't think of this as it has 7. The 7 as the, okay, so 7, yeah, n is 7, 1 3 4 and 5. You need, if you cut at any point, what will be the cost would be 7 only. So insert that thing. Ij will start only from 1 to and let's say n minus 1. Let's n cuts dot size cuts is required, and we'll start from obviously 1, and the it will be at n is 1. Obviously we have to push something, push back n. Okay, and also insert 0 at, obviously. So and then, yeah, so see, 7 minus 0 is 0, like this. Getting my point? Cuts dot insert begin 0, value is 0, and also sort cuts dot begin end. Okay, now solve, obviously you have to pass cuts I j. Okay, now obviously the base case should be if I is greater than j. Equal to j, what does mean? Return 0. Solve function, what will give? It will give us the cost. Obviously minimum, we'll get it, but what thing it will give? It will give the cost to cut the stick. Okay, yeah, and we will start from int partitioning from obviously I, and it would go to up to j, and hopefully you have understood. And you need the cost. Obviously cost will be like, simply, if you know the MCM now, it is the similar type of problem. It is the similar type of problem, but a different stuff. Similar type of problem, but a different stuff. Just you have to get that, and to remember this stuff, that how pattern you should remember this, and up like this I have to solve, but the stuff you have to get inside, like inside your brain you should understand. Okay, so the cost will be what? Obviously, I have already told that it would be 7 minus 0 and 7 minus j plus 1 minus. Okay, so cost will be cuts of j. Ah, wait. Yeah. So j plus 1 and wait. Let's have cut at 4. Yeah, then the size would be obviously j plus 1 and I minus 1. Yeah, plus you may be asking why am I writing for solve, because it will give us the cuts for the left part and also for the right part. Remember it, just remember it. Okay, and obviously it would be for I2 and the j would be obviously k, the number of cuts we can do, and solve for cuts plus 1 j, and we obviously get the minimum cost and mini. Oh, minimum. Mm. See, this stuff easy, easy. This stuff is important. This is hopefully I understood. Now this will give us the minimum cost for the, if you cut at 4, to cut like all the sum, you have to sum all of them. Nah, getting my point. You sum for that cut also for the other cuts and get the minimum and get the minimum. Coding is not hard, but thinking of the logic is hard, is really hard. Okay. What? जाते जाते गुजरे आसान एकदम तेरा तेरा नजारा Subscripted value is not an array. Oh, got it. तेरा नजारा मिला रोशन सरा मिला तकदीर का जैसे कोई किनारा मांगो मुझको बर okay I2K, not K plus 1, it would be from K to J. No, 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 no. Wait. Understood. So INJ na INJ and would be k minus 1 mm, k plus 1 um, yeah, so where I was, yeah, so this is the problem. J plus 1 and I minus 1. And okay, it should work. It should work. Um, where did I? Debugging is a very hard work. So it would go up to n minus 1. Um, yeah, it looks okay to me. Um, uh, I don't know. Let's just ask our friend GPT. I don't think there is any. Wow. This stuff when I will stop, bro. See, write very carefully now. Why I'm doing this type of things? I should write code very carefully. Then also you have error. Oh my god. Okay. What is the next error? Minimum cost. Uh, yeah, I was thinking of that. Now I will memorize it, but what does it long range? Yeah, no. Oh, initially do some. I I've written this before. Should not be na. Oh my god. So how? See, this is not a very big deal. See, if you tell it one, let's say we have happened zero at the first and seven at the end. Okay, and so now the ing stood be one and two, three, four. So four is here. That is why we have to pass not n. It should be n. Sorry, n not n minus one. It should be n. So hopefully first it is not taking too much time. If you want to solve na, this will not take that much time. Just think first thing. Thinking fast will be helpful. Now, if I want to what memorize it, I can do this. I can memorize it. What is the sizes? 10 to 6 and n is what? N is the length. Okay, is the length of, but what will be the I and j? I obviously goes up to n and j will also be up to n. So not this n, capital N. Make a vector int dp n, yeah, n n plus 1, let's say. Vector int, now audible, yeah, vector int n plus 1, both sides is 1, and we will make it minus 1 obviously because we know this, and pass the dp. बहुत भूख लग रहा है भाई. Now, from the front you should come, should not do this thing, not write every step. What is, you should not leave anything because maybe forgetting some stuff. Yeah, so okay, try to not make mistakes each and every time. Okay, so yeah, now I can improve the space complexity by tabulating it. This is also pretty simple. Make it 0. We need a loop which is starting from I na. It would obviously I was starting from 1 to n minus 1, so it would be like n minus 1, not n minus 1, n 0 minus minus j would be from obviously n minus 1 to 1, sorry, n to 1, so it would be from 1 to n j plus plus if let's say I is greater than j, we have to continue because it is 0, it will be 0, and if it is not, base case I have already done. Now this stuff is copy and paste it here. Okay, yeah, so I don't think it is required. uh, yeah, let me see, just remove this. Okay, now we have n, we have okay, sorting mega dp meta dp, and loop has been done. This is all simple. Change it to dp of not I, and yeah, okay, mm, yeah, remove it, write dp here, 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 and then delete this stuff. Okay, not need to return, save it. Okay, we need a bracket here also. Now you need to return, what is this? Okay, yeah, yeah, we need to return dp of what is the starting? I will be from 1, which will be from n. What happened? why it was happening, because if you see, it can go k plus 1, let's say k is n, then it can go up to n plus 1, which is out of bound, so n plus 2. Mm, they can be n like this. Hopefully you understood. And that is for this problem. I will be posting more videos on MCM type problems. Stay with me. Bye.